So this is a part of a show where if you guys are just tuning in and you haven't seen it before, it's a part of the show where we have our fans send us in questions that we can answer on the show. You can do this on X. You can send it to us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, any comment below one of our videos. And if we see it later, if we like it, we'll add it to the show. So, Jake, what is our Kuzman and Friends question of the week?
So it's actually a great question because I want to talk about this on the podcast. Listen to Dale Jr.'s podcast this week. So the question is, with Abraham buying the IROC licensing and SRX seemingly coming to an abrupt halt, what kind of car would we like to see used for a new IROC series? So basically, let me give a little background. Ray Evernham bought the IROC series, and he basically bought it in the licensing. He wants to get a bunch of the old vintage stuff together, maybe doing an event, something along those lines, and eventually in the next coming years, put together the IROC series back to how it used to be.
Just
similar to how it used to be.
Real quick, kind of explain what were the IROC cars? Like what
the
was the
IROC
difference?
cars? The IROC series was the International Race of Champions. You had Formula One drivers, IndyCar drivers, NASCAR drivers. I mean, all kind of famous drivers, and they would race. Kind of similar to SRX. I want to say it was probably an 8 to 10 week schedule. And a lot of times they were companion dates with NASCAR races. They had road courses. They had super speedways.
What type were the cars? Like stock cars?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
What were they?
Like
can't
late
remember
models.
off the top of my head, but they were.
No. Oh man. Hold on.
Weren't they
I can
Camaro?
remember.
Like Camaro?
Yeah.
Camaro, like the IROC
can't remember the
edition?
name.
Yeah.
Because Camaro had an IROC edition of Camaro.
Basically,
It was in a song.
it's the predecessor.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
In Teenage Dirtbag.
It was a Camaro.
It's basically the predecessor to SRX.
Yes.
Right.
But-
Okay.
So-
but better.
Part of that too is after the first year, Ray Evernham left SRX. He designed the car, he designed the format, he designed everything. The
They
local
changed
hero
a lot
everything.
after the first year.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why he left.
Makes sense.
Because he told him this format's not going to work, and now here we are 3 years later, and it's shut down.
No.
Pretty hard to say he wasn't right. But I don't think SRX is coming back.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think so
say
either.
that.
I don't think so.
Which is sad because I kind of like the look of those
I already
cars.
bought my tickets.
Wait,
I'm waiting.
who the heck did you buy them from?
Tony
be
Stewart
there.
took my money.
So
Guzman was saying it may have been Trans Am.
yes, I believe they did had some of those too. So I don't know.
That's bringing back nostalgia.
For me, I'd like to see it kind of go back to how it was. A spec car between 6-8 guys, same as the SRX. It doesn't have to be a no brand. It could be a brand. I don't care if they pick a brand, a Supra, a Mustang, or whatever.
Yeah.
Supra.
And then they all run spec cars. But what I want to see is not just short tracks. I want to see big tracks.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yes, some road courses, some other stuff.
Road America.
Back to how it used to be.
I think if you're going to try to get, if you're going to try to bring back IROC, if you're going to try to bring back something similar to the International Race of Champions, and you're going to bring in F1, or you're going to have to bring in old F1 because F1
Max
won't let.
Verstappen wins
They are
everything.
not letting any of their current drivers in. But if you get like a Kimi Räikkönen or a Jensen Button or something like that coming in, I think then you're going to need to do more than just ovals. You're going to need to do some road courses and stuff like that.
But that's pretty
Right.
much how
Right.
IROC
I mean,
was.
yeah.
I mean,
But
that's
if you
pretty much what it
kind of
was.
do some companion dates with the Cup Series,
I think that's the key.
like
I think,
the Roval, Watkins Glen. I mean, those tracks will
I
be a
think,
hit.
and the thing with like the whole, I liked what SRX did with the local short tracks. We went to an
The
SRX
local short
race.
track hero was so cool.
That was
It was
great.
awesome.
That was
was
an
really cool.
awesome idea. And they got rid of that. What, this year or was it last
Yeah,
year?
after the first year. Well,
Yeah.
it kind of showed up the second year, and
Yeah,
then the
but
third
No,
year
the
it was
fir-
gone.
the- that yeah, that was one of
That
the
I mean,
coolest
that was
things, for
super
sure.
cool to see this guy who's like the local guy
They kept going
going
back
up
to the same
against
track.
Tony Stewart, right? Like,
and putting it on him.
And I was
Right.
gonna say doing well
yeah, like that's
so cool.
awesome. Like, how could you not
That's
root for
something
that
you
guy?
can't see anywhere else.
to
Yeah.
get you a guy that raced that track every single week
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
win every single
In a car
week.
he's never really driven before, and then putting it up on Cup Series guys.
Yeah, that was super
I'm
cool.
about it, bro.
So yeah, I mean,
sweet.
I don't know. I think IROC, if depending on how they go, how they do their thing, and how, I think the key is going to be the schedule and the time that it's on TV. I think that's going to be the key.
I mean, it seems like everything Ray Evernham touches is pretty awesome. So
I mean, imagine if you do a
much about it.
companion and right before the Xfinity or right after
me
Xfinity,
Ray.
you run an IROC race. I mean, that would slap, dude.
It would. I'm not disagreeing. I think the biggest problem that you have is they're not going to mirror all the Cup races, and the problem is the time, the day, or the time frame that they're actually on TV. Because like the SRX idea, like it was like, oh, they like this year they were like, oh, what was it, Thursday or whatever?
Thursday at Thunders.
And I was like, super cool idea. Every Thursday I was busy. I didn't watch a single race the last season.
Loser.
It was
big
so
shame.
sad.
Big fan.
That-
You're the reason.
I'm
You're the
sorry,
reason.
everybody. It was my
I
fault.
watched all.
Executive producer DJ did not watch SRX series, so
Boo.
You're welcome.
Boo.
I want to
lost
see.
season 4.
I want to see IROC go to Volusia the week before the 500, and then go to then go to Daytona the same week.
Tony Stewart brings his back, flipping.
I like what
Yeah,
Koopman
that's-
said because it's Everham, maybe it'd be some sort of Mopar. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Hey,
bro.
I heard Mopar.
Matt,
Hey,
Matt woke
boy.
up.
Bring Dodge
Yeah,
back.
boy.
Bro, that would actually be an interesting segue.